This is episode number 2 of the High Value Conversation. I'm your host, Erin Alejandrino, the high value man, a former Pam, a passive aggressive man on path, now on purpose, living my best life. I got the woman, I've got the work, and I have the respect from the world of men, but I didn't always have this. In fact, many moons, I was the passive aggressive man. I was the Pam. I was the textbook nice guy, friend zone, passed up, constantly irritated, frustrated, angry at the world of men, didn't understand them, didn't trust other men, didn't have a brotherhood to lean into. I had all kinds of problems and very few solutions. I looked at the world constantly through the eyes of judgment and criticism, frustration and irritation. Angry was my primary emotion. I had very few moments of bliss and very few moments of happiness if they weren't drug induced or alcohol induced. I lived a very passive aggressive life. I was aggressive with my vices. I was passive with my victories, and I was the textbook Pam. Pam, fuck you, Pam. But now I consider myself a high value man that is truly living on path with my purpose, that is living inspired, waking up before my alarm clock in a highly energized state, excited, blissful, gratitude, and grateful are the feelings that I feel throughout the day. A sense of fulfillment is the foundation of how I enjoy this life. I've got the woman of my dreams. I got the work of my dreams. I've got the brotherhood and the tribe of my dreams, all because I started having a conversation, a high value conversation, first with myself, so I could change that internal dialogue, my mindset. I mastered my physicality. I became the physical example of who I admired the most. I became the man that I needed. And in doing so, changing that internal conversation, the high value conversation with myself, I was able to change the high value conversations with others. First, with the tribe of men, to earn the initiation and to earn the rite of passage that every man needs on his journey to masculinity. And then to be able to approach the woman with confidence and be able to add value and truly be somebody that attracts rather than chases, swipes, and is constantly pursuing. All of that shifted about 10 years ago when I started having the high value conversation. But today, on episode number 2, I want to share with you 3 things that Pam does. 3 things that Pam does that you need to not do in the world of women, work, and the world of men, and 3 things that a high value man does. I'm going to teach you, tell you how to build a cake as a high value man, and the 3 Ps that Pam does, and 3 Ps that the high value man does that separates the two and truly allows them to live in very different areas of benefit. So first and foremost, Pam, the passive aggressive man, this is the nice guy. This is the constantly friend zone. This is the dude that is Robin. He's not Batman. This is the guy that does not go after the thing that he wants because he's afraid of rejection. He's too concerned about what other people think, so he's constantly hiding who he really is. He is a chameleon. He is really a liar and a manipulator because he changes who he is based on the circumstances, people pleasing, approval seeking. He is the problem in masculinity. Men, I tell you what, passivity is the number 1 issue, symptom, and sickness that is stopping us from reaching all of our goals. But Pam, 3 things that he does, and they all happen to do with P. Number 1 is passivity. He is friendly and not intentional. He's the nice guy that befriends women because he thinks that if he spends enough time with a woman that she will eventually notice him. And the truth of the matter is, all you nice guys out there, former nice guys out there, recovering nice guys, if you have a group of friends that are women, you are naturally being very passive. Men and women cannot be friends. Period. Unless you are pursuing her, dating her, and you're in a relationship with her, you should not be friends with a woman as a man, period. There are maybe a few situations where this might be different in the work environment. You can have a professional relationship with a woman. Even in that capacity, I would urge you not to spend any more time intimately one-on-one and by yourself, the 2 of you, other than in that professional setting. Men and women should not be friends. If a man is not pursuing and has not made his intentions known to the woman, he is naturally castrating himself, pretending to be just a friend, waiting for her to pay attention, to notice him. It is a problem because the nice guy doesn't really make his needs known. He's not intentional. He's not direct. He's not decisive, saying, woman, I like you. And I think that I've got some value to add to this relationship. I know you've got some value, and I'm a goddamn good catch. So are you. So I'd like to pursue you and make the intentions very known. When I first started dating My lady, Rachel Shear, she has got a lot of quarters. She's a beautiful woman. She's successful in business. She is confident. She's got her mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual house in order. She's got a financial house in order. She's crushing it in business. Rachel Shear Nutrition, for anybody that might have some gut health issues. She is the gut goddess. I would definitely recommend checking her page out. But when I was pursuing her, I was very intentional with my motives. And she said, listen, I'm not interested in getting serious or getting physical. I don't think that that's in the cards for us. And I said, I appreciate your honesty and your straightforwardness, but I want to be very transparent and be very intentional. I'm not looking to be your friend. I don't want to be friends with you. I want to date you. I see a great life together. I see that we've got a lot of overlap in the businesses that we're doing, both as coaches, both as healers in this space, helping the men, helping the women, and helping people reach the next level of greatness and optimization and fulfillment. And I think we could do it together beautifully. But I am not interested in being friends. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be one of your girlfriends with a dick. I don't want to be a chick with a dick. I don't want to be someone that you talk to about your problems. I don't want any of those things. I want to be your man, and I will be patiently waiting until you see what a great opportunity I am, because I know my value. But I'm being very intentional. I am not interested in being friends. And this was a conversation we had early on. She set her boundaries, which I respected from a physical standpoint. As men, it is okay to be patient in our pursuit of the right woman. And as a man, I said very clearly, I am happy to wait. I respect the patience that we're going to take, because I know that it's worth it whenever we do wait for something that is truly the right fit. But I don't want to be friend. You see, Pam does the passive thing. He's like, oh, no problem. I'm not really interested in dating you. I just want to be friends. And I've said that before. And that's the reason I can speak with some authority on this. I have been the nice guy that befriended beautiful women because I wanted to be noticed, and I wasn't direct. I was afraid of being assertive. I was afraid of being aggressive. I was afraid of going after what I wanted in the realm of women because I was afraid of rejection. You see, the nice guy, the Pam, he is so damn afraid of confrontation, conflict. His worldview is, I need everybody to like me. When the truth of the matter is, as a high value man, you know your worth. So you don't give two fucks whether or not people like you, because at the end of the day, if you like you, that's all that really matters. It's the only thing you can really control. Number two, Pam is a pushover. He's got no backbone. He's got no boundaries. He changes his personal integrity based on the situation. Remember, Pam is a chameleon. He is a nice guy. He is the type of man that is constantly editing himself. He is a pushover in regards to doing other people's things before his priorities. He's the guy that you could ask to move, help you move, maybe help your sister move and help your friend move, because he just has no other plans other than needing the approval of others. And so he'd be the guy that you would ask to move, but you would never invite him on a date. And so as a guy, as a former Pam, I can tell you, men, your priorities need to become your priorities. You need to pursue your purpose with passion and intensity and let nothing stand in the way, especially the ladies. Number three, the third P of the Pam don't do, is he is a pleaser. He does what you want to do. And so because he is not comfortable with conflict and confrontation, and because he's a pushover, and because he's so passive, he just constantly tries to please. And if you're always trying to please someone else and not making your needs a priority, it is not very exciting, because it's dating someone with no real personality. There's no authenticity. A good example of this is the guy that finally gets the girl. Maybe the nice guy weasels his way into that first date. And then he sets up that first date and says, well, what would you like to do? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go to eat? What do you want to have for dinner? A man with a plan is not Pam. He is very decisive, and he goes in the direction of what he wants. And he says, you know what? Here's what we're going to go. Here's what you need to wear. Here's how the evening is going to go. And he's got a plan. He's got it figured out. He's thought ahead. He is intentional. He's prepared for the evening. From the dating standpoint, you can't focus on pleasing only your partner and not focus on your own needs, because if you don't prioritize your needs and ask for what you want, you're never going to get them. A man that never asks what he wants is the passive aggressive man. He's going to deal with a whole lot of irritation, frustration, and anger, because he's going to get into a relationship of constantly pleasing as a pushover and being fucking passive, that his woman is going to wonder why he is not excited, enthusiastic, or purposefully living his life. And so those are the three things, the three P's that Pam does. Now, on the other side of this is the high value man. The three things of the high value man are also all in the P category. I like it when things rhyme. It sticks in my brain. But when I think about the three things that the high value man does, I think of a cake. And you think of this cake. It's a 3-layer cake. Cake is such a wonderful thing, especially when it's got some density. it's got some flavor to it, when it's got some height to it, when it's got some width to it. A cake by itself is amazing. A cake with icing is even better. But this cake that the high value man builds has got a foundation. It's got the bottom layer of the cake. That bottom layer is purpose. The high value man knows his purpose, why he's here on this planet. Nothing stands in the way of his purpose. Nothing, 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 nothing. He is directed. He is pointed. He is driven. He is purposeful. His purpose is the reason why he's here on this planet. His God-given talents, gifts, and abilities. It is the golden thread. It is his thing that brings him into flow. His purpose is the reason why he wakes up in the morning, and it is just exciting, intoxicating. When you're around a man that has figured out his purpose, it's electrifying, and that is also very attractive. Think about the high-value man versus the Pam. The Pam has to chase. He has to constantly pursue. He has to swipe on the Tinder. He's trying to come up with the clever pickup lines, and he's trying to figure out how to get the next promotion. He's trying to figure out how to be a chameleon inside the world of men. But the truth of the matter is, the high value man knows his purpose, and he attracts, he manifests, he literally lives it, and doors open, opportunities dance with those that are already on the dance floor. And the high value man knows this. So his purpose is figured out. The purpose is deeply connected to your pain. Whatever drove you into pain at some point in your life, your insecurity, your suffering, the thing that you are afraid of talking about, that trauma, that trigger, all of that pain initiates your purpose. So if you're wondering, what is my purpose? How do I find my purpose? Motherfucker, you create your purpose. You create your purpose because you want to take your pain and you want to turn it into something transformative. You want to take that pain, you want to build it into something beautiful. And you want to help other people never experience that level of pain before. And so that pain becomes your purpose. And men, my purpose here is all around turning passivity into purpose. I spent so many years, so much time as the passive aggressive Pam man that I no longer want to live that. I want to have a conversation only with the high value men, have a conversation with myself and truly walk the path of my purpose, which means you have to constantly talk about the passivity of where you used to be. So purpose is the foundation of this cake, this beautiful 3-level cake. Above the purpose, stacked on top of this multi-layer cake, is your passion. What is the thing that excites you? How do you truly get lit up? When you think about someone on path with purpose, when they show up passionately, they're electric. You can tell from a distance. A truly passionate man, you can see from across the room. A passionate man stands differently. His posture is differently. A passionate man, you know, he not only crushes his workouts with passion, he also dances with passion. He also fucks with passion. I can tell you a passionless man is the gray. He is the non-confident. He is the insecure. He is the type of man that you know for a fact deals with issues. He's the guy that is the wallflower, hiding back, holding back. He's the motherfucking Robin. And so you think about the purpose, knowing why you're here on this planet. Passion is the next piece of it. What excites you? What makes you come alive? What adds the exclamation points to your sentence? And the last piece to this cake that a high value man has to build first, forever thinking about having the woman, the work, or the respect of other men, he's got to figure these 3 things out. The last piece is play. A rigid man is an unattractive man. A passive aggressive man is an unattractive man. A man that does not know how to have fun. He is going to struggle. He is going to fucking struggle. And so purpose, passion, and play being the top piece of this cake, because life is a blessing. Life is a beautiful blessing. And if you can learn to walk through the stress and enjoy as much as you can in this short life that we have here, you will truly be a high value man. Because here's the thing. I always like to use this comparison is why I tell my men, if you want to learn how to lead your woman in life and in love, learn how to lead her on the dance floor, especially our strong, independent women that always want to lead everywhere. If you can take her and spin her around and put a smile on her face and lead her on the dance floor, really show some play, move your feet in a direction if you don't even always know where to go. The purpose of dancing and leading your woman on the dance floor is you have to hold a strong frame. You have to be excited. You have to be enthusiastic. You have to be able to create the safety and security of trust. And more so than anything, you have to have a smile on your face the whole time, even though you may be a little bit stressed out. All of those principles apply to all of life. And so leading in life, leading on the dance floor, and playing all build this perfect cake. Purpose, passion, and play. These are the 3 layers of a cake that a man who is of high value has to create first. And then when the woman comes along, that's the icing on the cake. And then when he figures out the work and the tribe of men that he's supposed to be working with and the path that he's supposed to be directed to, all of that is the cherry on top. You see, when a man uncovers his purpose, his passion, his play, he is a truly high value man that adds value to everything he does. He's the opposite of Pam because he's on path, on purpose, passionate, and is able to play through the stress of life. These 3 things are what you need to avoid if you want to be a high value man. You need to avoid the Pam problem, which is to be passive, a pushover, and a people pleaser. These 3 Ps will keep you out of all the things that you want. And 3 things you have to master as a high value man if you hope to live your best life. And it is your purpose. That is the foundation to a beautiful cake. It is your passion. What gets you excited? What could you do all day for nothing, for free? And what brings you a level of joy, bliss, happiness, gratitude, and play? I can tell you the most attractive thing from my experience that my woman has told me. She says, when you are on path, when you are passionate, and when you are having a sense of play and enjoying life, I can't keep my hands off you. And I guarantee you, for any women listeners out there, you would agree with that. A man that has his purpose figured out, his passion figured out, and his play figured out, that is truly a high value man. Guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, do me a favor and like it, share it, leave me a review, tag somebody that needs to hear this message, and leave me a comment. Let me know if this was valuable, if you enjoyed the conversation, if you enjoy where this conversation is going. This is a brand new podcast, an intimate conversation in the high value man conversation, and I want to invite you along the journey. Next thing we're going to talk about in this high value conversation is how to begin building your tribe. As a man, you have to have a tribe of men to lean into for conflict, confrontation, for feedback, and for healthy competition. So many Pams in the world avoid having healthy male friends. They keep it on a surface level. So I'm going to share with you a couple things you can do to navigate the world of men and to start building your tribe so you can initiate yourself into your next path. Much love, many blessings, and we'll talk to you soon. Boom.